Hey YouTube, it's ShryphonX. In this video, I'm going to be discussing Kagurabachi Chapter 79. Hakuri, energetic and eager to help, asks Kudo how he can assist. Kudo advises him to calm down before introducing himself, but Hakuri's enthusiasm persists. Kudo gently reminds him to calm down again. After leaving the room, Kudo mentions the people attacking headquarters. Hakuri inquires if the attackers were the Hishaku, and Kudo confirms it was probable. He also adds that Chihiro was preoccupied with Samura. Kudo explains that if the Hishaku were present, their targets would be Shinichi and the Master Swordsman. If they succeeded in obtaining both, the country would be defeated. However, Kudo believes this is where Hakuri can help. He instructs Hakuri to transport Shinichi into the storehouse. While Hakuri was unconscious, Shinichi was once again sealed, just like before the Rokuhira. Kudo suggests that if they can isolate Shinichi within the storehouse, the Hishaku will be unable to access it. Kudo reveals that Hakuri's overused storehouse sorcery has significantly reduced his access to it, almost to the point of being gone. To save Aisu, they transplanted a portion of his nervous system in charge of Aisu. Consequently, both Aisu and the storehouse have slightly diminished in potency, but they won't know the extent of the damage until they test it. Kudo reminds Hakuri that overusing his sorcery could lead to the permanent loss of both abilities. With regret, Kudo acknowledges that their decision to put Hakuri in this position so soon after the Rokuhira was a mistake. However, Hakuri remains composed, acknowledging that he can still be useful now, considering his inability to save Iruha at Senketsuji. Kudo advises him to take it easy as they continue walking. When Hakuri panics, realizing the enemy is already there, it is revealed that their current position is far underground. At level 1's west entrance, an elevator opens, and 3 individuals step out onto the walkway between small pools of water. The one in the middle, bearing the insignia of the Hishaku and wearing samurai-like attire, is followed by 2 brothers. They discuss the absence of opposition and no one waiting in ambush, questioning the reasoning behind such actions. The younger brother suspects it's a trap, but the older remains indifferent. Above them, behind grates, the west entrance platoon keeps watch via TVs connected to cameras. Their commander, who has served as the west entrance commander for 18 years, recalls the counter-sorcery army's transformation into the Kamyanabi during the CDI war. The counter-sorcery army, which had used the standard army's ranking system, adopted the Kamyanabi system, though an agent's former CSA rank still indicated their abilities. The commander, who is made second lieutenant, meaning he has notable combat experience, and everyone on the floor, given their need for preparedness, reflects on earlier when the surveillance sorcerer had informed them via floating lantern that 3 attackers were arriving and stated code mouse. The surveillance sorcerer, a powerful entity, could sense the threat levels of individuals within headquarters, including enemies. Code Mouse informed the commander that the defense forces were insufficient to handle the intruders. The surveillance sorcerer then revealed that backup was being sent to level 1 central area. The commander's mission was to avoid engaging the intruders in combat and allow them to pass through to the central area, minimizing casualties. As the commander observed the intruders, they noticed the Hishaku insignia on one of them. However, they were shocked to recognize the other 2 as the Shigyu brothers, a duo who came from an ordinary family but had once murdered 11 Kamyanabi sorcerers, including officers. Below, the older brother addressed the Hishaku sorcerer, stating that payment was irrelevant. The younger brother added that they didn't care about Shinichi or the Master Swordsman. They only sought the opportunity to rampage. The commander pondered whether not all Hishaku were fighters, and if the brothers were there to compensate. They noted that the brothers more than fit the bill in that case. The commander observed that the west entrance platoon was currently shielded by a barrier set in the grates. As long as they remained silent and didn't emit hostile energy, they would remain undetected and could avoid a battle. The commander then stared at a portrait of his nephew on his desk, feeling a sense of loathing. He remembered how his nephew, who had strived to join the Kamiyanabi and protect the nation like his uncle, had been one of the 11 killed. Despite the rage on his expression, the commander reminds himself of their mission to protect the nation and refrains from risking lives based on his personal feelings. He exhales and composes himself, focusing on his task. The older Shigyu brother notices people nearby, and the commander panics internally, wondering if the brother had sensed his earlier rage. The younger brother is astounded by his brother's remarkable detection abilities as the older brother identifies 24 sorcerers nearby. The younger brother inquires about eliminating them, and the Hishaka member responds that they can do as they please. Startled by the older brother's precise count of their exact numbers, the commander prepares a hand sign and believes they must engage. However, the older brother dismisses them as unworthy of their time and suggests they proceed. Shaken, the commander lowers his hand, feeling a mix of relief and shame that his nephew's murderer had spared his life. The older brother comments on Kamiyanabi headquarters' lackluster performance and expresses his desire for some proper entertainment. Outside one entrance to the central area of Level 1, Azami arrives. A nearby Kamiyanabi member informs him that 3 of the 7 intruders have entered. The Kamiyanabi member offers gloves, but Azami refuses, preferring to confront the situation barehanded. He enters the threat elimination grounds, located at the center of Level 1, where the Hishaka member and the Shigyu brothers stand on the opposite side. Azami is formally introduced as Executioner Chihiro Azami, a remarkable feat considering he achieved the rank of colonel within the counter-sorcery army at the astonishing age of only 18 years old. Above the grounds on Azami's side, 5 individuals stand beside 4 massive speakers and several large taiko drums. 4 of them beat regular-sized taiko drums in rhythm, while the 5th sits and plays a shamisen. The younger brother activates his sorcery, summoning spikes mid-air and sarcastically wondering if the loud music is meant to intimidate them. The older brother recognizes Azami as someone worth their time, knowing Azami was quite skilled. Behind them, the Hishaka member simply watches and moves a hand to their chin. The older brother promptly activates his sorcery, Yellow Chains, summoning chains mid-air that rapidly wrap around Azami. The younger brother flings the spikes at Azami, but Azami, neutralizing the situation, leaps over them. As the 2 brothers advance into melee, the older brother with an outstretched hand and the younger with a barrage of spikes at the ready, the chains pull taut. Beneath his calm exterior, cold fury reigns within Azami. After questioning Chihiro in depth about the incident, he recognized the Hishaka member's sandal as matching one of the Hishaka members who had attacked the Rokuhira residence and killed Kunishige. In an instant, Azami breaks the chains holding him back and slams his right fist into the older brother's face, slamming him into a wall and destroying his head, denting part of the wall behind in the process. Music rings out as the younger brother screams as he sees his brother's death, but Azami is already above him, slamming his head into the ground, a large crack visible on the ground. It is revealed that Azami's fighting style focuses primarily on hand-to-hand combat, overpowering tricks through sheer power. The Hishaku member walks forward, still with a hand held to their chin as they observe the situation. Azami sees their hand tattoo and remembers him as one of Kunishige's attackers. He recalls when Shiba had detected the attack, arriving in 10 seconds, but the Hishaku were already gone by then, their work complete. Azami consolidates that the 3 who attacked Kunishige were the best of the best. The Shigyu brothers were nowhere close to them. Azami turns and says to the Hishaka member that they are finally meeting. It is stated that the rule of the threat elimination grounds is that threats die here. The chapter ends here. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe for more content. ShryphonX out.